Hi, I'm Sher. I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world, day, morning, or evening. I was guided to come and talk about um, divine masculine and feminine energies and distorted masculine and feminine energies, and talk about the ways in which we are healing them. I do own the rights to the music, by the way. You hear playing in the background. I composed and recorded that in 528 hertz, so you're receiving healing energies as that plays. Yeah, so what as a collective we are doing right now is we are healing our ancestral bloodlines, we are healing ancestral curses, we are healing patterns of behavior, and conditioning that have been brought forth that don't serve us and that don't serve us in the future. We are releasing these ideas and releasing these behaviors associated with distorted masculine and distorted feminine, and releasing them and coming into a divine feminine and divine masculine energy instead, which is an interesting way of saying that we are ascending to higher levels of thinking. We are ascending to higher modes of behavior, better ways of being in the world, better. And so what I mean by better is that we are not operating under egoic, fear-based thinking. We are not operating under lack mentality. So all fear, is an illusion of lack somehow. And we are releasing the ideas of not enough, the divine masculine in the collective, and that just means all of us, right? The collective. So these energies, they're being released, they're being healed, they're being triggered to come up and finally be released and transformed as we step, and there's a lot about speaking our truths as these things happen. But releasing these ideas, releasing self-limiting beliefs, releasing self-doubt, releasing illusions of lack, releasing illusions of separation from divine and one another, releasing any kind of conditioning experiences that have told us in one shape or form that we are not enough, just as we are, that our authentic selves somehow are lacking, are inherently flawed, and we are releasing illusions around that, and we are finally beginning to see the truth around it. And as we do this, we are healing our bloodlines, we are healing the collective as we heal ourselves and come into this beautiful understanding and comprehension that we are all divine beings. We are all worthy of unconditional love. We are all capable of giving and receiving unconditional love, and that means complete self-acceptance. So a lot is coming up for us about self-forgiveness and forgiveness of others, and that is the way that we are raising our vibrations, supporting one another. So we're being called right now to support one another in our healing journeys. As more and more people become aware, of this kind of conditioning and the behaviors, that haven't served us, that haven't served a collective. So we're healing this on a societal, a global level, and we're healing it on an individual level within our own lives. And so this is really a beautiful thing, because distorted masculine energies, of course, are, controlling, power, exertion of power above all else, you know, that kind of thing. And divine feminine that is distorted, excuse me, is, you know, exhibits codependent behaviors, or you know, people pleasing, or, you know, inordinately, you know, submissive to the point of being passive. And that is not like a healthy dynamic. That is a toxic dynamic that we are releasing. And we all have divine masculine and divine feminine energies within us, and we balance these out. We balance these out as we release the distorted masculine and distorted feminine within us. Distorted feminine is also, you know, like thinking manipulation is the best way to accomplish, you know, X, Y, or Z, you know, force with distorted masculine, and manipulation with distorted feminine. And those behaviors don't serve us. They can't come with us. They can't come with us on this journey. They don't serve us. They don't serve our societies. They don't serve us globally. They don't serve us individually. And they're illusory. They're based on fear-based thinking. They're based on the ideas that somehow or other we are flawed and that we are not enough, you know. So anything that is generated from that kind of thinking, you know, is going to be distorted. And so that is why and how this distorted feminine, distorted masculine energy, and again, they exist within all of us. You know, that is how these things have come, you know, to be. We are healing that as a collective. We are healing that as individuals. And we are coming into the understanding that with divine masculine, you know, that is having power without taking it from another. That is the difference in divine masculine energy and a distorted masculine energy are one of the main ones. And so with divine feminine and distorted feminine, it is releasing codependent behaviors, ways of thinking, and manipulation, and thinking that that is the only way to accomplish anything or to have needs met, and ascending into the divine feminine, which is receiving, you know, which is receiving, which is loving, which is giving. And again, we all have divine masculine and divine feminine energies within us. And so that's taking action with divine masculine and receiving, moving into that receptive mode with divine feminine. And so these things are coming into balance, and we are releasing those distorted masculine energies, those distorted feminine energies, as we move into this new way of being in the world. So again, you know, I was just guided to come on and to talk about this, and so that we can open up this communication and, you know, support one another through these things, because we are looking back at what, you know, what our life experiences have been, and how we may have slipped into those kinds of behaviors and ways of thinking. And again, as a society, as a global society, we are releasing this cultural conditioning. We are releasing conditioning from the media and these limited ways of thinking about ourselves and the world, as we come to understand and to really know viscerally that we are divine, that we are worthy, that we are enough, and that we are deserving of all the good things we say we want out of life, then that bubbles outward and again ripples outward. So it's about self-acceptance, loving yourself, understanding that there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. Releasing that idea. And as we do that, moving into forgiveness, understanding that we're all divine beings and that we are never separated from Source, and that any ideas of illusion and of division or separation are illusions, as we come to realize that and to know that on deeper and deeper levels and heal ourselves, then that ripples outward. It ripples outward so that we can move to this state of mind, state of being, wherein we are all serving our highest best good and receiving our highest best good. So, be patient with yourself and others as these old traumas and this old conditioning is being released, because it's a lot for us to recognize, and we're feeling it. We're feeling it energetically, you know. We're feeling this change and release, and this deep core wounding healing that is going on for all of us in the collective, for all of us individually on our paths. I wish you love and light and healing on your journey, continued well-being. Yes. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.